All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, back in the saddle, joined by Randy Angston.
Hello, my friend.
Yes, buddy.
Hey, do not adjust your cameras.
Oh, I forgot.
That is Tim across from me.
The beard is off. I took it off. I'm already trying to get it back.
I have gone through that
time and time again.
Yeah, a few times.
It's just a weird feeling. It's been 7 years, and
it's like you don't recognize yourself.
Correct.
It is, isn't it? It's
That's
weird.
what it
like,
is.
I walked by mirrors and I'm like, what? Just adjusting.
Yes. Guys, we're talking the recap today of the Growth Summit 2023 that we just wrapped up. You're going to want to get the replays at winninggym.com/replay. We'll put that in the show notes for you. We've already, people are buying the replays, even that they were there.
Oh, yeah.
They were there.
Absolutely. And that's half the value of making those available is the people that were in this seat.
Like, I want to remember.
Getting back to go to those specific moments that, really resonated with them, having the information directly from the speakers, again, not just, the quick cliff notes that they were able to take.
That's very true.
We always talk about the biggest lost opportunity of an event is the information that you don't take home and apply, right? There's a million different things that were discussed from that entire weekend, and if you don't take action on those things, you get no result.
And that's the tough part, because people right now, we're a week and change after the event. They either took action or they didn't, and now their life's caught up to them, and now it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, you're back in the car and driving, right?
So hopefully you're going to listen to this podcast and be like, yeah, that's right. I got to go get those replays and go attack.
Hell yeah.
There's already been several people that took action. We've sold out the Iron Circle.
Yep.
Iron Circle is now sold out. We're on a wait list deal, and it's just the way it is. We can only serve so many gyms. It was hard enough as it was with the 30. Now we're over 40, and that's it. We're closed. The door's closed. So appreciate everybody for joining. I'm excited to lock arms with this crew and run the journey and run the race with everybody. I'm already onboarding them. We're doing the decade in a day calls, and so that's great. So, this year's event was, I would say that to me, was the most stressful event. And for a while there, I didn't think we were going to sell any tickets to this thing.
It was the most difficult coming into it, for sure.
Yeah. These things take months and months to plan. Randy's big beef is like, well, this is like a 6-month venture for one event. I'm like, well, it's not really 6 months, but maybe 4.
Feels like it, yeah.
And really it's because I pay so close attention to every little thing, including the colors of the stage and the food that's in the menu and where people are going to sit at lunch.
Yeah.
That's very important to the flow of the event. And hopefully that people that, came to the event, they appreciated, the flow and the details and all the stuff that goes into it. We didn't have our badges as early as 2 days before the event. We were waiting on those. It's just like all this stuff's happening behind the scenes that nobody sees, but it is what it is. And we just have to roll with the,
well, to that point, a lot of the, I always get, everyone throughout the event, hey, you guys did a great job. How's everything going? They're always questioning, like, you guys doing all right? Can we help? Can we do all that stuff? And I always tell everyone, like, if you see me and I'm in the room and I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off, we're all good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think, to your point, it was very difficult coming into this one. We just had a lot of, challenges across the board. But I think everything came together the right way. I think being our fourth live in person, we kind of knew where we had to be and what we had to do at certain points and things like that. Our team that showed up, everybody with support was eager and willing and capable. And so it was just kind of pointing fingers and boom, boom, boom. I didn't even have to be there for certain setups and aspects.
Wild.
And that is, that makes the whole thing kind of flow. But to your point, it happens in the preparation. It happens behind the scenes. It's the things that people don't see that make the event come together. Mm-hmm. And so, kudos to our team and being able to do what they could ahead of time to get everything in line. So
yeah, and it's funny because I was the night before the event. It was Thursday night. We had done our mixer, and I'm sitting on my couch because I don't stay at the hotel the night before, right? So I'm sitting on my couch. I'm thinking in my head about the room, and I'm like, the steps are on the wrong side of the stage.
Yeah.
The steps are on the wrong side of the stage. Like if people are miking up in the back left, we need to move the stair. And so nobody had really paid that close attention when we were setting up. So I asked Conan to switch it, and you actually went and did it.
I was already there. Yeah.
He's like, I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I was literally in the room. Yep.
It's like those things that nobody knows.
And it's goofy, you know, but to that point, one of the big takeaways I wanted to mention was the details. I know you've talked about it a lot going in. It's a big thing of like just all of the little things. I think that as a unanimous takeaway, that one of the biggest things I heard from everybody was, you know, you guys do things just do things different, right? Like the attention to detail from the badges to the lanyards. I mean, everything's completely custom. We've got pins for each event, the accessories, the photo, you know, section, the food. You know, like it sounds goofy, but we literally changed the menu to add protein sources and increase the volume. You know, knowing the audience that we're sitting in their seat. We don't just sign up, you know, hey, like here's the list from the hotel that's,
oh no,
we'll just take what we can get.
Every meal was custom.
Yep.
Every meal was custom. And they were eyeing this because that salad bar with the shrimp and the thing was going quick. And, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? I was like,
fire more, let's go.
Reload it. We got to reload it. We can't leave these attendees without the gains. We got to make sure they got gains and they're staying strong and swole. And like going back to the details, it's as simple as the swivel hinge on the clip.
Yes.
Remember?
Yep.
I was like, well, sometimes people's badges flip around. We need to have a swivel thing here, and so we ordered those ahead.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, man.
And
maybe it's overboard, but I think
they build upon though, right? Those are lessons that we've taken from the past and we've worked into the next, so that we didn't experience the things that we didn't like about, you know, the previous. So those details mattered though, and across the board, there was such positive feedback for the little attention to detail. I mean, goofy things like we chose an event, you know, like the venue itself. I mean, I don't even know if you guys noticed, but like 4 times a day, the mats change, right? It's good morning. Then it's
in the elevator.
Yeah, like all those little things. Like, no, does that make, it's not our doings, but that is a venue choice, you know, for that type of thing. We chose a very nice boutique hotel, you know, and everybody had great feedback. I mean, everything was just awesome.
Yep, and the room was full, which was a nice feeling. And one of the things, the biggest takeaway I had was watching the final speaker, and everybody was still in their seats. And that wasn't the case in some of the years past, where people left early or took a flight or whatever, and there were some empty seats for that last keynote. But Mike Michalowicz had a full room. I even took a picture and I posted it. I was like, this means everything right here. And it was like everybody was still in their seats. Video team did a hell of a job getting the cuts and the clips out early. Like even before the person left the stage, there was already a little mini highlight reel that we could post and stuff. And so people noticed that.
Oh, big time. I mean, the feedback on that was incredible. I mean, literally like shock. You know, some of the other speakers couldn't believe that the content was done that fast. I mean, they're like you said, like the guy's still on stage. How is there a full short form reel, you know, created? But Nick, you did a great job, obviously, across the board there. We've got tons more content coming, obviously, to show everybody, you know, even more about what happened in the room, and excited to get that recording to more people. You know, if you weren't in that seat, if you did miss out and the FOMO's kicking in, guys, we have all of those recordings for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's as good as, you know, you're not going to get the feeling of being in there and all the networking opportunities, but the content that was, you know, delivered from stage, you can absolutely, you know, download that and be as if you were in that room.
Yeah, and so like just kind of some of the topics. We had John Farkas. He was up on day one talking about customer experience steps. It was like every slide was 5 steps for this, 4 steps for that, 10 steps for this. And all I saw was cameras taking pictures of the slides. Like, so guys, you don't need to go look at your camera. Just go buy the replay, right? winninggym.com/replay.
And to credit there, you know, Nick's done a great job of making those recordings like viable, usable. It's not just somebody walking across stage, right? It's going back and forth into the slides when it's applicable. And so it's done very well for you to get the most out of it.
Yep. Then Lindsay was up. So my opening presentation was about what's possible in your business. Here's the averages in the industry. Here's where we're seeing things happen, and here's how to get there. Those are the things. Focus on these 3 things, and you will get to this other side, the next level, the secret level. In fact, the whole presentation was called The Next Level. Then John did his deal, and then Lindsay did her signature program talk about how to get people to the door.
Yeah.
Right. You can get all the leads you want, but they're not coming in unless you get this one thing. And she explained all that. Then towards the afternoon, now I'm already spacing.
Was it Zach?
We had Zach before lunch talking about delivery systems. If you listened to a couple episodes ago, that was basically what he talked about, and how to have a proprietary physical product that you can then reinforce what you just sold somebody, right? So if you're selling them all these like things that you're selling in the sales consultation, the fitness and the way we do things, if they don't ever see it, it's just on a piece of paper that the coach has, it never comes to fruition, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of made some similarities to P90X and what they do, and even Orange Theory does it very well.
Yep.
We talked about it on this show.
On the show, yeah.
The way Shauna talking about tax strategies.
She always melts minds from stage.
Everybody's blown away.
Yeah, I think because it's a little, some of those things, everything's imperative for business, but when she's talking, it's like, here's the math of all of it. Like, there's no denying the numbers, right? And it's, she teaches everyone how to write their dog off. Like, bring your dog to work. Like, your kids getting paid. Like, all of these things are things that literally anybody with a, in that room can take, apply, have a result, for their business and walk away better from.
Yep.
And that, that's instant application that I think everybody just kind of resonates with.
Yep, exactly. And then we had Trevor Whitwer of Coach Catalyst. He's been on our show before. He talked about the levers to pull and kind of like the 6 things that you should focus on for growth. Justin and
Teresa. Oh, yeah.
They were like a comedy show in the beginning.
They're great.
Power couple up there.
Absolutely.
Doing some real cool stuff, talking about impact and how to overcome imposter syndrome and all this cool stuff.
Yeah, their story resonates with everyone in that room. How many other gym owners wish that they had the ability to, speak from stage or tell their story or do all those things? And
that's where people came to me after and said, that's what I want for me and my wife next year to be up there on stage. And I could see that. That's a cool goal, to be up there on stage.
Absolutely.
And so I read that hit pretty hard for a lot of folks. And then we had Rick Mayo, Ben Newman, Mike Michalowicz, a stellar lineup in the afternoon on day 2. And like I said, it just was a packed house. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed. Oh, Houston.
Oh,
good one.
Our buddy, yeah.
Yep.
Houston's another, when he speaks, the audience just gets it.
They're always taking pictures.
Yep. Oh, and again, they've got a great product with 97 display. I don't think there's few organizations that, that we're in alignment with, that we see results with, and 97 is one of them, right? Yeah. It's just, we get out of the way and we let him speak as the expert, and it just all makes sense, right? And then at the end of the day, when you use that solution, you see the result and you see why. All of that stuff to me is the reasons that you go to summits and you go to events is the takeaways that you once you do apply them into your business, it's look at what this has done for me, right? You can literally paint a line of ROI back to that source of that speaker, and
right back to the Growth Summit.
Yep.
So
exactly,
guys, thank you for joining us at the Growth Summit. It was an amazing event. Met a lot of new faces, which was great.
Yeah.
We've got a brand new class at the Iron Circle that I'm super excited about. Just posted the photo of everybody this morning. Just awesome. People are fired up and we're ready to go, ready to win, and that's what we're here to help you do. Hopefully this podcast has helped. There was one comment from the group. We actually had a little microphone we were throwing around. It was Cody. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I think I even said on the last show. It's like, we've listened to everything that you did we told us to do on the podcast. Went from $280,000 over to $750,000 a year from
information on this podcast.
But he took action.
Yep.
That's the thing. And so now he's in our Iron Circle and he's ready to take it even further. He's on his way to $1 million in Kansas.
Our buddy Tommy, same thing. Kicked open his doors, 3-4 months ago now, and he's sitting in the Iron Circle
because he's
taken the action of the things that he learned right here from the show, free, right? So, guys, if that resonates with you, go back. There's 430 something episodes now. All of those are value, and we're not saying we're giving it away, but these guys are doing it because they took action with that information. The summit has plenty of information that you can, again, go take action with, but that's where it falls on you. We've done our part at this point, but
all right, guys. Just a little quick recap. Want to relive the memory for one last second and let you hear our side of the story. And that's it for this episode, guys. Until next time, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next show. Bye.
All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. And when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.